Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video I just wanted to show off two quick teams that I used that were pretty fun in the remix that I found also effective. This is from my live stream, so I'm just going to do a voiceover of the battles. My first battle is actually against Wallover, fantastic content creator, exceptional battler, one of the best, a GBL legend, easy GBL legend. I am using, my first team is Mandabuzz, double steal, so this is absolutely terrible for me. I throw 3 here, and then I actually wait 1 second to try to catch the Stone Edge, but he's too good to let me catch the Stone Edge, so this is really bad for me, so I'm going to shield this. Focus Wise would do a lot. And then I'm in huge trouble here, because basically Regirock can destroy the rest of my team here. There's a little bit of a gap in the clock here, so I am going to throw the Flash Cannon in. And if I was him, I would just throw straight EQ, because like, who's going to double shield when they're down 2 shields to 0? Well, the answer is me. So I'm going to throw the Flash Cannon here, because I want to be able to get out of here. But Waller is super tough to try to catch, so I'm looking to try to catch here, and then I switch here. And he throws the Frenzy Plant. I'm not able to catch the Earthquake, but that's totally fine. I throw the Aerial Ace here into the Meganium. They decide to shield it, because that makes sense, because the Meganium has quite a bit of health. This Regirock is fresh out of energy, since it threw the Focus Blast, and I'm going to be able to just barely beat it to the move here. He is charging up extra. I am able to get one through here. He tried to time it, but I was able to get the move, so that's good for me. I'm going to look to throw, I threw an extra one for maybe to throw off his counts, and then I am going to look to throw the Flash Cannon here to take out this Regirock, because this Regirock is a huge pain for my team. I kind of have a hint of what his team's going to be, because he was tweeting about Superior, so I'm assuming he's running Regirock Double Grass here. And the Earthquakes me, barely doesn't care, which is actually totally worse for me, to be honest. I wait the clock out here just to give myself more time. And I'm just thinking about it, because I'm in huge trouble here. And man, he's just too good here. Throws right when I have the move. That's fine. I'm going to go to Bastiodon here. And because obviously it's my last Pokemon. He actually has a shiny Superior here. I'm actually able to get the Smackdown through, which is actually really huge. And that actually was the turning point in the game. I throw the Flamethrower here. And then this is obviously going to deal super effective damage to the Superior. Superior is super tanky. And he's just barely... He literally faints with the Frenzy Plant here. So I'm able to throw here, and he literally faints with it, which aligns with the count. I'm going to look to throw the Flamethrower here. They have no energy left on the okay, I'm not sure what's happening to my screen here. No energy left on the Meganium, so I'm able to win the game there. So it's able to take the first game there. So the concept of this team is obviously you're looking to bait out the steel counter with the Registeel, and then farm it down or take it out with Mandabuzz, and then close the game with Bastiodon. I don't know if this is necessarily the best rendition of a double steal version of it. As you can see here, Waller was also streaming. But the Mandabuzz is pretty interesting here. Obviously, the double steals allow it to protect against its biggest weakness, which is Charm. But Mandabuzz has like very iffy matchups against like some of the fighters, since their counters are able to do neutral damage. So, oh, this game was so weird here. So I had no idea what the heck this thing is or what moves it had. So I throw the Foul Play here. I figure it has Ice Beam, I think. It's very squishy here. And then I try to catch a move here, but he actually tries to catch the move as well on his side. That's actually really bad for me, because I would have loved to go Bastiodon here, because obviously this thing has Air Slash, and I would be able to do quite a bit of... I'm going to be able to outpace this Mandabuzz here, but I'm kind of in big trouble right now. I throw the Flash Cannon, and I can't lock on down with Bastiodon, I would be able to farm down, but unfortunately, that's not going to be the case here. And I'm going to have to throw. Okay, they actually switch out here. I throw the foul play. I probably could have threw the focus blast there, or even the flash cannon, because it's actually already pretty low. I shield this. I really shouldn't have, to be honest, because they have quite a bit of energy. And I was hoping to get to a move here. And I was actually hoping to survive this. I actually don't know how much this does. This is obviously an ice beam, because obviously they just threw an ice beam at me previously. I am going to go to Bastiodon here, look to farm down. I'm actually curious on how much the ice beam does, and then I'm kind of screwed here. There's not really too much for me to do here. Them actually switching out was kind of interesting because it kind of gave me an opportunity to preserve my Mandibuzz, but that's okay. We're gonna go. What's this thing called? Colonizer. Okay, so the ice beam does 49%. So if I had a little bit more health, then I definitely would have been able to survive that. But this game is basically over. There's not really too much for me to do here. So I am going to look to just throw a couple flash cannons, but really this game is definitely over. And they Psycho Boost me then. So GG, very well played by my opponent with a very nice spice pick there. Wasn't really too sure what I could have done differently. I could have threw the flash cannon at it and then threw the foul play. Then I would have been able to take it out. Okay, so go Altaria here. So I tried to catch the Sky Attack here because I had two Steel types. I tried to catch the Sky Attack. They don't throw, probably because they have like Dazzling Gleam or something. So I throw the Flash Cannon. I know I'm going to be able to take at least one shield from this Deoxys. And I'm not going to shield this. No point in shielding. The counter damage is doing too much. But in the zero shield, Registeel actually beats Deoxys just because it's able to get to 2 charge moves before Deoxys is able to, even after the Flash Cannon nerf. So I'm looking, and they actually throw here, which I find pretty curious. It actually worked out really well for me there. I'm going to throw the foul play here because they don't have a move. And then what do I do here? I think I go right away, hoping to catch a Sky Attack. And they don't throw right away. And they come into Cresselia, and this game's basically over. This is just going to be a long, boring match here. I'm going to shield these Grass Knots because they're the only moves that are going to do neutral damage or worse. Because the remaining moves are Moonblast, which Cresselia has, Sky Attack, and Dragon Pulse, which are all resisted by Bastiodon. So I'm just going to look to throw the Smackdowns and the Stone Edge and get rid of this Cresselia, potentially grab this last shield here. And I'm in a really favorable position here. They're going to be able to land 2 Grass Knots here, put me into the yellowish, but there's the Grass Knot. And another Grass Knot. And then I'm going to look to farm down. And they try to switch here. I think they throw the Dragon Pulse here. Yeah, they throw the Dragon Pulse here. It does not really that much. And they decide to leave the match, realizing that this is gonna be over. So that's going to be a GG. So we go on to, I think this is the 4th game here in the set. Go Mandibuzz into Medicham. This is exactly where I want to see it. I am going to throw Aerial Ace here, but okay, they go into, I really should have went to Reggie here. I don't know. I am going to be able to farm this all the way down, but I don't know. I don't know what the right call here. Reggie, I could at least punish the Medicham a little bit more. I'm going to look to just smack down all the way. I don't care if I take another move. I actually would prefer to take another move so they can't farm as much. And then I'm going to look to throw 2 flamethrowers here. They get no counter through, so I need 2 more smackdowns, which means I need to survive 3 more counters, which I'm easily going to be able to. I'm going to be able to take this Medicham into almost Aerial Ace range. Of course, Aerial Ace is a terrible move, so Aerial Ace range means that's going to be really, really low. So we go to Mandibuzz here. I'm going to no shield. If they Ice Punch me, it's not that big a deal. Ice Punch definitely chunks here. I'm going to throw this Aerial Ace and able to land and connect with it. And they actually end up surviving. And then I go to Registeel, and this game's absolutely over. They have Medicham double Charm, and I have a Flyer double Steel. That's like, that's just GG. All right, Philly. You have a very strong battler, so not a good lead for me at all. So we're gonna go to Registeel here. They go into Deoxys. A very strong battler from the West Coast. And we're going to see how we're going to play this out. I know he really likes Sableye and Vigoroth in the back. I was actually hoping that he'd come Vigoroth here, because I would at least be able to pressure a bunch of shields, especially with a little bit of energy advantage. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to farm all the way down with Mandibuzz. I'm just going to take all these Thunderbolts. I actually don't know if I can farm all the way down. So I get the move through, which is fantastic. I'm going to have to throw 3 more Snarls before throwing, because they are going to be able to land a Psycho Boost on me. And I really want this energy here. I get to 2, so I'm like, okay, this is good enough. I'm actually going to bank it. And then I have 2 shields here. We're going to see how this is going to play out. And they go into Sableye right away. And this is actually a pretty favorable matchup for me right now. They throw a really good time here. I'm just going to shield everything from Sableye. And then I'm going to throw the Smackdown here. They do get 2 Shadow Claws for the 1 Smackdown, but I also get a charge move off. And then, yeah, just try to chip it as much as I can. It ends up being like a pretty close match here. A little bit closer than I wanted it to be. But this Sableye is definitely put in a lot of work. They foul play me. And then I think I actually switch here. I tried to get the move off, but that's fine. Sacking the Mandibuzz is fine for me too. And then I am super low right now. Super low. And then I'm going to throw the Stone Edge here. And this is going to be super close. I do survive this. Bastiodon's an absolute monster. This is just a regular Bastiodon too, not an XL one. And I'm just able to survive with 1 HP. And I'm able to get off this Stone Edge and take out the Sableye. So really close game, but it was a pretty tough lead to begin with. So that was good for me. The next team here is really fun. It's actually Zweilous, Shadow Hypno, and Politoed. So this is my second set that I'll be showing off here. And we go Zweilous into Escavalier. And then you can see in the chat, they think I'm going to instant lose because Escavalier's pretty good against my entire team. They come into Frostlass here. Frostlass is a strong counter against Hypno, but these confusions are just doing an absolute truckload here. And then I'm going to throw the Fire Punch here. I really should throw in the Thunder Punch just to throw off my opponent to not make it seem like I have Fire Punch, but like who doesn't have Fire Punch in this meta, right? Like there's lots of ice, there's lots of steel, right? I'm gonna look to farm down here, and then I think they come into Ninetales here. They do, and I'm gonna look to build up just a little bit of energy here. I throw one here. I'm actually looking to catch the Weather Ball here, but they were very disciplined here, and I'm going to go throw 2 Weather Balls, hoping that's enough to KO. And throw another Weather Ball here. Doesn't KO, but I know this is just a drill run. And I'm able to live it, and then I'm able to farm down. They definitely could have made it to the Mega Horn. they're gonna throw here because they know I'm one away from a move, and yeah, I'm in a pretty good spot right now. I am gonna throw this fire punch here, and then I think I throw one confusion. Then I go to Zweilous here, and then Zweilous is basically just a sack here. Nothing will KO here. The Weather Ball will definitely put me really low, but it's not going to be enough to KO. And they want to prevent me to get to the Body Slam, which is kind of disappointing here. That's okay. And then I'm going to look to Confusion and take out the Ninetales, so it ended up working quite well for me. So Escav was a pretty big core breaker for my team, since it does pretty well against two of my Pokemon and does pretty neutral against the third. But I was able to use that Shadow Confusion damage to take down the squishier Pokemon. As you can see, this my chat was a little bit worried in the last battle. And then Zach is in the chat. And they're just talking about that I should have top left when I saw the Escavalier. And I'm just talking with my chat at this point in time. I don't know why I didn't cut this part out, but that's okay. Let me just try to fast forward a little bit there. Okay, all right. Pikachu guy. And then I have Zweilous into Wishcash here. So this is pretty good for me. Obviously I have to be careful of Blizzard. They're just throwing here. I was a little bit confused here. I was like, oh, they're just throwing at 7, which is kind of a random increment to throw at. And then I throw basically on the CMP tie to the second Mud Bomb. And they no shield. Good no shield by them. And they need 5 more to get to the next one. So they Mud Bomb here. And then I just throw here, which is maybe not the most calculated play. And they let it go. And I'm just going to blind switch here into Hypno, because I don't want to get farmed down. And I'm able to get the extra confusion through, which is fantastic for me. I'm not going to shield the first one because I know it's going to be a flame charge. And I'm going to throw the Thunder Punch here after one confusion. This is what I like about confusion versus Incinerate here. And I'm going to be able to get to another Thunder Punch, which is fantastic for me. And then and they actually end up letting go. And then they come into Beedrill, and they have like 3. Then this game's basically over. So they recognize that I'm up a shield, and I'm able to take them out. So that's going to be a GG. I'm close to Legend. Right now I'm at 29, like something right now. I want to hit it this week. We'll see. This is the first week now I'm going to try super hard. So Zweilous versus Diggersby. This is kind of a weird matchup here. Where I'm doing a lot of damage with Dragon Breath here. I figure they're just going to straight EQ here. It's very risky to bait, especially since it doesn't KO. I'm going to go straight Dark Pulse here. Throw the Dark Pulse. They switch into Ninetales. It is a Charm variant. So I am going to look to... Not Charm variant, Powder Snow variant. I am going to look to... they're actually Dazzling Gleamy, which actually is maybe slightly better for me, because it's less energy efficient. It does a lot of damage. I'm actually able to take the shield anyways. And then I'm just not going to shield here. There's no point in me shielding. Because I'm going to get outpaced. Obviously, dropping last shield would have been really nice here, but I'd rather preserve my shield. And I throw the Weather Ball here. They do have the Weather Ball on their side, but they actually decide not to throw it. And here comes Wigglytuff. So I am going to build up a decent amount of energy. Throw the Weather Ball here. And I am getting quite low here. And they end up actually catching the move, which is pretty bad for me. But I debate undercharging here, but they have actually quite a bit of health. And then I'm going to look to catch the Fire Punch here. So catch the Fire Punch to preserve my Politoed. And then I just need to survive these charms here. And then when I survive that second charm, I'm like, oh, very nice there. Very, very nice. And then I just need to land 2 Weather Balls here. And then I'm able to take it out. I guess maybe an Panic was saying EQ there. And EQ was probably the right play at that point in time. But we're good here. And Zweilous putting in work here. All right, we're going to go into this. All right, we're queuing up for the next opponent. I think this next opponent actually just backs out as soon as they see my Zweilous. I think that's the case. Man, I wait in the queue for a while. All right, we're going Zweilous into Ninetales, and they decide just to back out here. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe their entire team was weak to Zweilous. I really don't quite understand that, to be honest. And then, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what they're doing here. This last game was pretty fantastic. Okay, against Cam. Really good game here. They go into Dragonite here. I know I'm going to lose CMP. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm going to look to catch the Dragon Claw onto Shadow Hypno. And then I'm pretty sure I'm going to survive this Flash Cannon. So I let it go. Mostly because I have a Politoed here. And I was really hoping that it was going to be Dragonite Double Steel, which would have been fantastic for me. I go into Politoed right away. I go up for the Earthquake. I have to shield this because it's going to be a potential Focus Blast. And I throw the Weather Ball here. I really should have just thrown the EQ. But it was too risky for me. Plus I need a little bit of energy here. And I build up. Obviously EQ would have been amazing to throw at. I think they end up shielding this anyways. And I think I make a mistake here. I make a couple mistakes here. My opponent played really well. I really should have built up to double Weather Ball here. Because they had just thrown the Dragon Claw. So they had no energy left. So I would have been able to come. I would have been taking a lot of Dragon Breath damage. So here, they get no counter through. I know it's 8 for the Thunderbolt here. So I'm going to look to get to this next Weather Ball. And then I'm going to switch. I'm going to throw the move at the same time. Hoping that I CMP'd them to the Thunderbolt. But it actually turns out they don't have Thunderbolt. So they end up throwing the Rock Slide here. And then I make a mistake here. I should have EQ'd here. Yeah, I should have EQ'd here. I had a window to EQ. But I end up throwing double Weather Ball here. Hoping that they would have just Rock Slide Thunderbolt. But they ended up having Psycho Boost and they're able to take me out. So the Earthquake would have been able to KO there. But I ended up not throwing the EQ. So, but anyways, some really good battles there. Let me know what you think of those teams, what you think of those battles, and if there are any teams that you're interested in letting me try out, you can always go ahead and check out my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/KingIV. I stream pretty much every day there, and I have a channel redemption where you can recommend your team, and I'll go ahead and play it for a battle or for a set, and then you can see how I would go and play it. And I'm going to leave it there. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next video.